What is up, everybody? This is Chill, and this is the intro to something a little different that we're starting called Let's Just Chill. This is a vlog hosted by me, Chill, and we're trying to take this vlog to new heights, but we're going to be relying on you guys for that, so please like and subscribe to JMU2K5 and this vlog right here, and please comment and add what you want to talk about in future volumes of this vlog. Since we're just starting this out, however, I decided to start on one specific topic, my discography. So today, we're going to rate and talk about some of my work, and we're going to continue that on through the next couple episodes. We start out with my work with Chill Out Crew 1 through 3 and a small project called Alone. But today, we can't really talk much about those things because there was some misunderstandings back in the day, and I don't have full rights to all of that stuff. So we're just going to take those 4 projects and put them all into one and give them all an 8 out of 10 because back then I wasn't so great at mixing and mastering and the decisions of what to put where on the tapes and things like that. But it was still good work and still did what it had to do. So like I said, I give those an 8 out of 10. Next on the list comes to my first project on JMU 2K5, the Lone Hermit ENT EP. This is the start of Lone Hermit ENT, my official label, and it reintroduces Chill after those things that I was talking about before as my own independent artist. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do, not any more, not any less, and it's just a little EP. Makes everybody interested to see what the future of Chill is. It features some good singles like Young and Reckless, and one of my better early smoking songs, Lace Up, but not one of my best projects by far, so I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. After that, we continue, but also kind of revamp the Chill Out Crew series with Volume 4. Because this was my first independent use of Chill Out Crew, even though we continued the numbers through 4, I was looking to do something a little harder, and because I am a hard white rapper, we went a little bit on the Coke theme for Chill Out Crew Volume 4. This was definitely a very underrated project and was the start of some of my radio presence throughout my career. Also featured hit records like All Up in My Head and my single with Cassius, who used to be signed to Shady Records, Lights Out. A lot of dope things on this mixtape, and you should really check it out if you haven't seen or heard any of my earlier works. I give it a 9 out of 10. So after Chill Out Crew Volume 4, we went to the Chill Factor, which is my first album, and I definitely decided to go crazy on this first project with my first album. One of my most iconic pieces of work to this day. Featured songs like I'm a Star featuring Ian, Death Comes in Threes featuring DMV's, Big Benz, and Cassidy's artist Jag. West Coast features like Damn featuring Mr. Fab, and even more crazy songs and more features from the DMV and all around the world. Just a crazy album. Not much more you can say about it than that. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10, and you definitely need to go check it out if you haven't yet. After that came the New Yorker EP. This was my first concept project. I did a track for each borough of New York, and I tried on each track to get every borough right since I am from New York. Some of my favorite songs on there are Brooklyn Massacre, that just went hard as hell, and I did a little bit more of a single song for Staten Island called Staten Island Ferry, and I think everything came together well, but since it was just an EP and 5 songs for the 5 boroughs, even though it was dope as hell, it's still missing a little something for it to be anything close to the 10 out of 10 level. So that's why I give it an 8 out of 10. After that, we have one hell of a crazy project, folks. We have First Class, which, if you don't know, isn't just me, but features Russ Nikoff and T-Wop. This was a fun project where there was no writing on the whole thing, and the three of us just came together and made some dope songs. You gotta realize before going into this project, it's not gonna be the most lyrical or the most niche worthy or not gonna hit maybe what you're looking for. It's really just fun. So you can't judge it too hard on stuff like that. But you do have a first round KO, which is a hard track, and you have storytelling, which to this day is so iconic due to the flows and the way that everybody just went on it. You have First Class Flying, a dope record, and you have joints on there like Don't Leave Me, which are the singles, and it has a little bit more of an R&B feel to it, but then you have me, T-Wop, and Russ Nikoff going on there and just spitting, and it works together even though it might be the oddest R&B single ever, but it's just dope, and it's something to just listen to, like I said, more when you're having fun than for like a lyrical project, but it's super dope, and I give it a 10 out of 10. Chill Out Crew Volume 5 is next, and Chill Out Crew Volume 5 went back to the vibes of 1 through 3, if you've heard those before. This has some crazy features like Big Benz and First Class and more, and some of those stuff is like the Levels remix with me and Big Benz. Also, my first music video that I ever dropped, which gave me a lot of hype during the time. We have a dope single that I feel is underrated from the project called Roof on Fire with T-Wop. We have another dope single called Good Night with Big Benz, and even another one, My Daddy, with singer Rose. But you also got some harder stuff and some deeper stuff like Will They Cry, which is a song that goes into your heart and really pulls at the strings, and some more gangster stuff as well, and a little bit of everything that just flows together so well. And that's why I give this project a 10 out of 10. After that, you have another concept project that kind of started as a joke. I decided to do a EP that was kind of more focused towards the women and focused towards singles. So I started this project called The Sensation of Feeling Wet All the Time. It's some bedroom music, so, okay, you can also something that you could listen to with your girl and get in the mood and stuff like that. So it's a crazy project just based on that. And you have a bunch of crazy features on there like Benz and Ian. Some of my favorite joints over there is Hey Babe with Ian. That's one hell of a single. Ian just kills the hook, and the whole vibe to that is just crazy. You have The Way I Feel with Big Benz, another crazy joint, and one heck of an iconic remix, the All Up in My Head remix featuring big bands. And you also have crazy solo joints like Hey Babe Part 2, which is kind of like the outro where I took the vibe of the Hey Babe single with Ian and kind of just kept going with it. And that's the whole vibe of the project. And it all just comes together so well that I gave it a 10 out of 10. Lastly, we have Grind Time, my second album. This has some crazy features and tried to top the chill factor. But the crazy part about that is my first album was so dope and so hard that nothing could really top it. But Grind Time came so close that it's right up there with it. It's got some crazy songs like Hustler featuring the DMV's Gmo Sosa, crazy hard rapper. Some single joints like Gone for a Minute with Big Benz. Some other joints like Alone that really go into the emotions of the people that are listening. And some dope songs like All About the Money that are more gangsta songs and grinding, a little single but just some crazy stuff. And like I said, Grind Time was almost there with the chill factor, but because it didn't quite make it, I gave Grind Time a 9 out of 10. Well, that's all of the projects that I'm going to be talking about on this first episode, and we're pretty much done here. But like I said, make sure that you give us a like and a subscribe, and you comment on these things, some future things to talk about on these vlogs. Let's just chill after I'm done with this discography series. Alright, guys, see you next time, and until then, let's just chill.